Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Not ready also have to say yes already.
Yes, have
back up
to
now.
do this. Okay, first thing first, hi everybody, welcome back to Hexa Gear Around the World, Season 1. Today's episode is very special. I feel like I always say, every episode is special, but today we have the Team Malaysia, my fellow contingent. Yeah. Boleh land negaraku.
Apa pun boleh. Yeah.
Apa pun boleh. We'll do our best to speak proper English because we might get too comfortable here, and for our international viewers, you guys be like, bro, what does it mean? So with us today, first thing first, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know that it's a Saturday evening. Maybe you have something better to do than recording. I don't know, but thank you so much. We have
no problem, man.
Yeah, we have Jack with us, and also we have Jia Wern. So I'm sure all three of us we have different experience in building this hobby. I'm sure most of you guys have already known my story. I'm pretty new in this hobby. Only started in 2019. I have to blame Akihabara because I spent 10 hours there, and then my wife, she couldn't really stand. For her, everything looks the same, but for me, every shop looks different. So, I went to Akihabara, the kotobukiya store, got my first governor, the A1, and that was December before the pandemic. And after that, I just, we spent more than 500 days locked down in Malaysia. So that's how I spend most of my money in this hobby, and I never look back. And so I think we can start with Jack. Jack, maybe you can share with us a little bit your story. How did you discover Hexa Gear, or what were you building? Have you just tell us about it.
Okay, actually for me, I had a long hiatus lah. Actually, I started building Gunpla in high school, but no money, so very limited. I cannot build much. It's like, imagine, right? Like 500 ringgit 20 years ago is so much money,
Wow.
But now that I'm working, right, I restarted because I started to earn my own money already.
Yeah.
So I built a lot of Gunpla lah. You can see there are some behind me.
Yeah.
Then there was one day, right? I'm at a store, and then I saw the Lot Impulse. Then I thought, hey, this looks pretty cool. It's like Zoids, but it's like, I'm like, okay lah, whatever, it looks pretty cool. Then I saw the Monosaurus. It's like they come together one, right? It's like a combo. Then to me, that's like freaking cool. I was like, holy shit, the pilot is a separate model kit. Yeah. Then the same day, I bought both home already. Actually, I went there just this shop in Shah Alam. There's this shop.
It's Malaysia lah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a physical store. You found a
it's a physical store.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, very rare.
That's very rare in Malaysia. Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but it's in Shah Alam. Then I brought them back. Then I started to research more lah. Then I saw that there's more and more like Hexa Gear models that I like. Then rest is history. That's my pile of shame there, you want to see.
Yeah. Show us, man. Now is the best time to show us your backlog.
Wow.
So you haven't built all this yet?
Yeah, these are the ones that I haven't built.
When did you start? When did you start this Hexa Gear thing? What was it? 2 years ago?
I think 2 years ago was which model? Like which one came out 2 years ago?
No, when did you buy your Lot Impulse? Was it like in 2020?
I think it was 2 years ago lah. 2 years
2019.
ago. Okay, so you can see lah, Demolition Brood, Bandit View.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to start building, man.
Then these are
fourth anniversary.
Yeah. You have to build. You have to build until Sunday.
Wow. Windfall. Then I have the
master boot.
Oh, nice.
Master boot. Nice. Then, oh my governors.
Oh my god, this guy! I'm telling you.
Oh my governors.
I wish I had that.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 10 I haven't built. Then all these are like the MSG stuff.
Yeah.
MSG weapons.
How can you
Yeah,
resist the temptation to just let it sit there, man? For me, when I get it, I just dig into and build it.
I don't know. You see, like at one point you will become like me, and like a lot of people they build, then they start to have backlog, man.
Yeah, I think I
Man,
actually have a few also. Oh wow, yeah.
This is the one, right?
This is
the
one
I built lah.
Oh,
So
nice.
Lord Impulse and what do you call this?
It's a Blanco.
Nero.
Bianco.
The one is
Nero, yeah.
Nero is
Nero,
the
yeah, Bianco is
one.
the white one.
Oh yeah,
Then
this one I saw this.
It's a big
yeah,
guy.
then there's the what?
Monoceros.
Oh, nice Monoceros.
Yeah. So I only built 5 at the moment.
Oh, so these
all the
5
Hexa Gear I built.
Oh, okay. And you have
the rest are backlog.
Man, you have
then you can see my other stuff. I have Macross.
Yeah. Cool.
Gundam. Lord Gundam.
I really like your display shelf. It's like you can just like put it like that. And you
climb up.
You don't get dust in your room.
Have to dust time to time. Unicorn, then this Sinanju.
Okay, legit Kokosatra. Legit.
This one is Strike Freedom and Destiny.
Alright.
I'm so noob. I don't know anything about the Gunpla. So
if someone got ladder to climb there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Other side.
Then
all these are metal build lah. These are fixed figures lah. Metal build. Some are from China and this one is from China. These are like proper licensed products, but made in China. Like China brands. China's getting pretty good at making toys, man.
Yeah, they are actually they are. They are rolling stuff like crazy.
Like this one is China. Yeah, and then these are like freaking quality one. Like let me show you. Like
I've not seen this before. What is this? What do you call this?
This one is Mazinger. Mazinger Zero.
Oh yeah, I think Kotobukiya also has one, right? This one.
I think the battery died already. Yeah, too bad.
You know how long it is?
And
nice.
Gundam. Actually, there's more.
Careful, don't get into this.
More
backlog.
But more backlog.
But I'm this is my display room lah. This is like my attic. So there's more downstairs, but I'll keep it here.
Jack, when you finish building your Hexa Gear stuff, we're gonna come over and it's gonna be your Jack's museum. Jack's Hexa Gear museum. Then we'll take a group picture there.
I intend to add like another shelf just for Hexa Gear.
Nice. You should.
Okay.
Not bad. So far you have built 5 and we can see that you have like a lot more to catch up on. Yeah, thank you so much, Jack, for sharing your experience. What about
no problem,
Mr. Jia Wern? This guy is dangerous, I'm telling you. He's been collecting Hexa Gear since the beginning, I think. Jia Wern, share with us your story. What's going on?
Wow, I don't remember already so long. I think it was year 1, 18, right? 2018, right? Yeah. Towards the end of the year. Yeah, but back then, okay. Let me just show something. I don't know anybody who's watching this, right? Have you ever seen this before? Okay, this is not Hexa Gear.
Show me.
No, this is my childhood toy. This is a range of toys called Mask, M-A-S-K. Transformable vehicles. This one transforms into it transforms into a hovercraft kind of vehicle, and then a person can sit inside. This is my childhood.
Yeah.
Now you know why I like Hexa Gear.
Yeah.
Because of all these 80s, 90s toys, right? Like good old days. My parents will only buy me these kind of toys. So I'm like, hey, the car can transform one, can do something else. And there's a person that sit inside one. Yeah, I'll just show you. I don't know how many of you have seen this kind of thing. Like, okay, this is the rider. I break the leg because as a kid I just break off the legs and then they got a mask to wear, so it's called MASK. It's mask, and because of this thing I like it so much because there's a rider inside.
Yeah.
So when And I started to collect toys when I was working, go back to action figures and stuff like that, Transformers and Gundam and things. I was very excited with it. Then one day I saw, like what Jack said, why and how come there is a rider on top of a vehicle or a robot one? And that sold me straight into Hexa Gear.
But back then they are not. It's not very like popular in Malaysia.
Not a big thing
when you first started. So how did you find out, or you are quite familiar with the kotobukiya and the plastic model kit world? Is it?
I heard of kotobukiya with figurines. They have a lot of their sexy girls and stuff like that. You don't know they have all these Megami device stuff. I know them, but I won't buy them for reasons. My wife will kill me. I don't worry, my wife will kill you. Just don't buy Megami device. So I went to Frame Arms. From Gunpla, I went to Frame Arms. Frame Arms, like, wow, slightly more premium pricing MG kits. Like, oh, okay, but not MG, not HG kind of feeling. So as I was playing around there, I realized how come the news channels were talking about a new thing called Hexa Gear. There's not much lore about it, but as I read more and more about it, I found out. Malaysia, there's no such thing. I cannot even find a single thing about it. Perhaps in Berjaya Times Square, maybe got 1 or 2 shops they sell this kind of thing. So I was in Japan, just like you, but instead of kotobukiya in Tokyo, I was in Hokkaido area. And I just drove into one of the shops. It was a departmental store kind of thing. And then I thought, hey, I want to get my frame arms. I get my frame arms fixed there. And I saw Rayblade Impulse. Rayblade Impulse was the first one that came out.
Yeah.
Rayblade is the first kit.
Okay, trivia for you.
Trivia.
Rayblade Impulse assembly.
Exactly.
Manual.
I also have one of those like that too.
After that, everything is assembly.
Yeah.
That is the time. Like, I know this product is good, but okay, let's find out a bit more about it. So I pick up the Rayblade, and I pick up the sexiest character that I can pick up. That's not Megami device.
Rose.
No lah.
Oh yes.
Rose lah. Which now is you can see the part of the white is a bit off already.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about the latest product that I built, we become full circle 1.5.
Ooh,
that's nice.
It's like a love story lah. Like from there it started, and then I started from there. So I was in Japan, then I bought a few. I thought, what is this? So freaking expensive piece of plastic.
I know. Yeah.
So I spent that night in the hotel. I just sit down. I just built. So I just built Governor Rose and put it beside me when I go to sleep. Like, oh, so cool.
In Japan, you built it in Japan.
In Japan, I cannot stand already. I'm like total opposite of Jack like that. I'm like, oh wow, it's so cool. I want to build it now. Build it now. Build in Japan done. Build in the hotel done. So I build it and then without pliers and then I just pull it and try it out. Just
wow.
I don't know what is it. Now I'm more careful with it. Okay. Last time it was like, what is this? It's like the thing that's coming out today, Lot Impulse.
Oh yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah.
So the rest is history. I mean, year after year, I have friends going to Japan. The easiest way to get Hexa Gear is from Japan. Malaysia, you have to wait quite a long time, and I cannot really find stores selling it prior to COVID.
Yes.
So a lot of friends go to Japan non-stop.
Yeah.
Festival, Christmas, everybody go there, everybody. I just message, are you there? Can you drop by this shop? I owe you, man. I emceed a friend's wedding, and then he went to Japan for holiday. I said, bro, can me buy Acne Rage, can Acne Rage?
From Japan. Yeah.
From Japan. So the wife is like, okay, next time don't call him to MC his wedding. Anyway, whatever. So because of this, my stack of Gunpla or Hexa Gear.
No Gunpla, Hexa Gear.
Yeah. And so it just grew and grew. And then one day I just realized that news about Hexa Gear came from a lot from Twitter and their official channels.
Yeah.
But nobody else was talking about it.
Yeah.
So I just like itchy hand, I just click Facebook, create a group called Hexa Gear Fans.
Yeah, guys, since this guy he already exposes himself, I was gonna introduce Jia Wern. If you guys didn't know, he's the guy behind this Hexa Gear Facebook group, and we have more than 1,000 members so far, and
Join us.
yes, and it keeps growing, man. I believe it is one of the few English speaking channel out there. So yeah, man, we just want to welcome wherever you're from. Just come and join us, but just make sure you answer the 2 questions.
Which is the Hexa Gear that you like? Go put some Gundam name, I'll kick you out.
Yeah. It's like we are open for.
You want to troll me? Okay, then don't come in. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, no,
anyway, I think there are a lot of groups who have a lot of rules and stuff. My group doesn't have much rules. You post anything, you post about your 57 toys and 124 toys. It's just, I just want to have fun. Yeah. Actually, it was just a small little group between my friends and I. We just talk about Hexa Gear.
Yeah.
And more people started coming in because of COVID. The
Yeah.
percentage go up like crazy.
Which was when I joined as well, because like for me, after I bought the A1 Governor, right, because that was like the cheapest, right, and when I was in the store, I really didn't know, and I don't even know like what's a kotobukiya. So when I went to the second store, it's all hexagear stuff, and they have this like big display in the middle with this acrylic case, and they have all this, like governors and all this. I think back in 2019 during that time, yeah, they have your regular Ray Blade, Voltrax and all of that. So I thought it was pretty cool. So for me, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get one, right? The governor. And I stopped, I didn't really build anything for like 5 months, And then I think it was like 2020 April or May at that time. So I bought the Blockbuster, right? So that was my first non governor hexagear, right? So after I built it, I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. And then after that, I just keep finding myself buying more and more governors. I was like, man, it's so cool. But of course, you guys know the earlier governors, they are not, they are kind of jelly, right? Especially I know for Jack, you built the
so bad.
the expander, and over here, I built this thing, this ignite, right? If you have this ignite, I tell you, the shoulder, it keeps like falling out, it's just like super annoying. But today we have some good news about the ignite, so I'm really happy. We're gonna talk about that later, right? So yeah, for me, it's just like, being at home and just started to build and meet more people. I think especially in Malaysia, it is kind of cool because I feel like there's a small group of us, like we kind of know each other, right? But because of this pandemic, we couldn't meet. And I know that under another situation, circumstances, I can already see us like, hey, let's just like go somewhere, like a cafe or whatever. We're just gonna freaking build a governor. Everybody just bring your governor and build, It's like really cool, right?
I think there was an idea by Kotobukiya that it's going to be a board tabletop kind of game you can play together. And so you got pawn, you got rook, you got right, you got your what you call it, bishop and stuff like that. Okay, I think we got knights and stuff. Then we can fight, and there could be rules coming out, and if not, you can use Warhammer rules or whatever. Then it'd be damn fun. This kind of stuff.
And speaking about the lore, I think Jia Wern, maybe since you're the most experienced one among us, because I know this guy. He's you have most of the hexagear stuff, right? Most of them. I would say like 90%.
Oh, not 90.
Okay, maybe
100.
80%. So
there are some that I'm on the fence one. Like until today, the second one that came out, Voltrax, I never buy one. Because just a personal preference.
Totally.
Everybody got their own likes. Some people, I think like Emmanuel, you really like generation 2, second generation.
I like more of the military human type. What about you, Jack? Like what do you like? Because you have a bunch of stuff there. We don't know. We can't see.
Actually, for me, right, like I'm opposite of you because I have so many Gundam right there. They're humanoid shaped, so I avoid the humanoid hexagear. So the animals appeal more to me, but I still bought the, what do you call that? The desert one. What do you call it?
Loud Gale.
Loud Gale. Yeah. For some reason, that one is like military like. I like it. And then the other one, Lumberjack. Yeah,
One.
that one looks pretty cool.
Everybody, I feel like most of the people that I've talked to, they have a loud gale right now.
Really? Yeah. But you're the weird one. You don't like.
So you haven't buy?
No, because
buy now.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Jack, I'm telling you.
For the black color, I know.
Yes.
Green color.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. But today they didn't
problem,
announce.
Right?
They didn't announce. Like, speaking about color problems, right? The first few Hexa Gear, I kind of question their color choice, but right now it's getting cooler. You have this like dark scheme, and you have the jungle type, the green color forest type. You have the desert type. So I feel like right now it's like okay, it's kind of cooler. But yeah.
I think you have a point there. Most of the things like in Gunpla also, the thing will come out in another version, add on things. So there is a track record of kotobukiya doing that with their bar arms, with some of their other
the red one.
Like glands also got different color. So what you said about the loud gale has merit, but let me contradict that a little bit. I think I told Emmanuel before. Loud gale is a dune buggy. The design runs on stand. I don't think it will come out as jungle. That's my theory. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please go ahead and buy it. I love it. I love brown and all these urban colors kind of thing, because
like earth color, earth tone kind of color. Yeah. So
that's just my theory about loud gale. But loud gale is insane. It looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger holding a machine gun.
But Jack, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think of this theory?
Like the loud gale, right? Maybe they'll change a bit, like make it like like the bob arms, right? They also change the leg a bit, then if they change the design a bit, then they change the color. So maybe they do that to loud gale. Never know.
Maybe a city version, apocalypse, But jungle, how are you going to cross it with a car? You can't. That's why there's only bob arm in the jungle and flying helicopters and stuff. Yes, that kind of works. But I like that they put a lot of thought into this. The designers, the concept artists, they think, what would a vehicle do? How would a vehicle, how will you scoot around in the water? If you read the website, they have all this lore, and it just takes a bit more reading. You don't have anime for you to watch.
Speaking about that, this is where Jia Wern, this is where you come in. You're gonna share with us a little bit. Because I think today, right, for today's the video, somebody told me it's a Kotokore, this live event, I think. Right, so they spend the first few minutes in the Hexa Gear session to kind of talk about the history, right? I think for us, we don't really understand Japanese, but at least they put some graphics and like pictures for you to tell you that, hey, actually it's a war between the two factions, right? The Sanat and the Karma type, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so, and then maybe you can tell us a little bit, yeah.
Okay, just disclaimer, I wakara. I don't understand Japanese or so on, okay? But I try to Google Translate whatever that's there, and when you get a card, right? You get the card in the box. I just take my Google Translate and just spend time scanning through it and try to understand what it's all about to build that lore. But okay, so I might be wrong because it's on Google Translate, but or some jumble up with some other lore from another game. I get a bit confused. So it all started with an AI. They were building AIs and stuff like that, and then some AI went rogue a little bit, and then it started to destroy a lot of the industry and stuff, and it shut down a lot of things. So the world became apocalyptic, something like that. Then it came back as Sanat, aka Satan. Sanat, Satan. You get it? It's like, I'm like, when I look at it, the design, okay, they're trying to just switch the N and T together. So that's the idea I got. And then after that, it started to create some things. They have this crystal furnace, or I don't know what it actually looks like. That's why they were saying they're going to come up with the concept art a little bit. In the website, there's just some kind of stuff happening there. So they got that. That's a source of energy. They don't use fuel anymore.
Because it extinct or something, right? Like based on the graphic that I saw today, like depleted
so
natural resources.
They don't have much resources. So they create this renewable energy kind of thing, and then they have this idea called hexagram. Hexa, like you can chimera built on top of things and evolve it as it goes, kind of thing. Like, so you can see a lot of the robots are this become this, become this, become this, become this. So as the things evolve, it becomes much more versatile, and you have generation 1, generation 2, generation 3. So in the generation 1, that time you see a lot of this. Actually, it's just the humans. I think it's the vehicles, the cars, and today the forklift, those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This kind of very humanoid, but they wear military and they try to fight against the AI kind of feeling. I don't know what the AI had. I think it was a little bit more towards the animals already by the time. I'm not sure. So then the second generation came out and you got all your butt arms. You got all your bipedal humanoid looking ones that they go and fight against them. They don't really show what they fight with. I don't know what they fight with actually. Until today, I really don't know what they fight with. They say the Sanat, but what is Sanat? But you can see that Sanat is actually playing around with cloning process also. So they take humans, they are called pawns, right? P-A-W-N.
Yeah.
They call them parapawns.
Yeah.
They make them into clone, like you got your mirror, mirror, whatever, those kind of things. You got a girl, I also got a girl. You got a guy, I also got a guy. You got something, I got Darth Vader, which is your, what's that? Expander. Yeah. You got all these things, brainless, but they go and fight. So as the bipedal ones go to battle, you got helicopters, then you're starting to make to transformable ones, 2.5. Your planes, your helicopter, what's the name of the helicopter again? Crap, too many
Steel Rain.
Steel Rain. That was one of the most happiest buy in my life. I'm like, wow, this is like Mask all over again. Then the car, you got a car, you got a helicopter. I'm like, yeah. And I remember last time because in Mask, the bad guy was the villain is Mouse Mayhem or something. It's a helicopter that transforms into a plane. So I was like, yes, finally got something. But when you transform into a robot, it's super unstable.
Yeah, I find that, when it comes to like even this guy right here that I have, the blaze ball, yeah, there's just a lot of issue with the legs.
Are not stable, right?
It's like so nice to see. I feel like sometimes Hexa Gear, they put up this like really cool looking kit. It's like very nice to see, but when you build it and and when you want to play with it, you'll be like, man, that's why for me this one, I just have to. I hope it doesn't like fall over later. But sorry for interrupting. So yes,
no problem. I totally understand it. I avoided that guy like a plague. Sorry,
but I kind of like it because it's
the design is cool.
Because like for this one, I'm not sure. Jack, did you buy yourself one of these?
No, I didn't buy this.
Okay, so
I know this is your favorite.
Yeah, I mean like this one is the exo suit, like you can put the whole governor inside here and attach to the back right here, and then you can just close it and then he can just walk, right? But the problem is that it only has this one pin connection. You can actually just like pull it out like that. Yeah, you can literally
okay. Now I see.
Yeah, you can just like put it back like that. Like there's only one pin, and then even at the bottom also, like it doesn't make sense. So this whole thing, right, it's like not stable one. Like they cannot. Yeah. So
invest in action base.
Yeah, but like I like it because it's
when you get action bases, your characters will look super cool. I'm sure you have this one, right? Emmanuel, this one you got, right? This one is like.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's
why I like Hexa Gear. You keep on building on top of the thing that you have. Now I got a plain add on top of it, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Incredible, ingenious. I think Gunpla is the same thing. You're like, wow, how they managed to engineer that thing there? That was why I take my money, please.
Do you have a high trigger? The
high trigger? No, not yet. High trigger to me.
I think the one I heard
you got it.
I don't have
it. To me, it doesn't seem like something that can exist in the real world. It doesn't walk. It just rolls. Why you want to open your leg so big to walk, to roll? And like, I mean, this also doesn't really make sense. A bug arm with a small little wing. How can it fly? It cannot fly. It cannot hover.
Yeah. And also it's I think it's also more expensive, right? For that part.
Yeah.
And then you only get like the legs, and I also heard people saying how it's not very stable It's that when you put it there, it will like just roll over because it literally has two wheels on the legs, right? So
if China is selling it for cheap, then I'll buy it.
I'll let you know for sure. But yes, Jia Wern, let's continue 2.5, and then
after 2.5, you get your glance, you get your red. That's when my relationship with Emmanuel go on a high. We bought the bulk arm red.
Bought it together.
The red glance. I'm like, yeah, because it's such a kotobukiya, you cannot find one in the world. Then Emmanuel was the one who went to Taobao and like, hey, sorry, can I tell this secret to the world?
Hey, that's
like, what? There is so many there, and if the price is relatively cheaper than if you buy from
certain places, yes.
Certain sources. I'm not saying from where. From Japan. Okay. From wherever.
And in fact, that's the thing, right? So Jia Wern and I, we are planning to get the Lord Impulse jungle type, right? So in Japan, they are selling for 7,500 Japanese yen, but we found it for like 6,800. That's it's just. But anyways, yes.
Kotobukiya, if you're watching this, we are still paying you, don't worry.
Yes.
It's just go to different channel only. Okay. Thank you for creating all this stuff, but we are from a very far away and we need to survive. So we love your toys. I think I have track record of buying enough to say that I can say it.
Yes.
Anyway, so you have your glance, which is transformable. You got a helicopter steering, which is transformable, which comes to the 3.0. So the Sanat is smarter already, and Liberty Alliance, right? LA, right?
Yeah.
So Sanat he has a company. The company is called MSG. It's just like the toys, like the MSG, Sanat, whatever. So Liberty Alliance is a bunch of humans that don't want to be controlled by AI. So they decided to create their own things as well. They have their own bulk arms and stuff. Sorry, before that. But then they started to implement what Sanat was doing. Animal king zoids, because it's a bit more versatile. It sacrifices armor for versatility, for agility. So like, you need more armor, then the governor wears the armor. Previously, the governor is just a guy sitting inside.
Like this one, warrior. But it cannot walk properly though. This one.
Only got one leg, no knee, is it?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. And then
so as it evolved, humanoid figures are good for certain battles, but now they think about what if nature, some things could be much better. What if you have a fox, you could have a dragon or a flying thing. So the predictions of the AI understanding of things when they fight will be harder because resources are very rare. They don't want to just create robots to die on. So you came out with all these weird things, and now we got weird tail. There's weird tails, which is by itself is a very cool homage to anime creature like nine-tailed fox and stuff like that. It's very beautiful, but it's very flimsy. Like you bulk arm, you feel that this one
this one can stand nicely. It's fine.
It can stand very nicely, by the way, because once there's a four-leg, well, if you talk about, I don't know what you believe in, if you talk about God creation, right?
Yeah.
4 legs are actually very stable. 3 legs also are stable, and so it depends how you pose them.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the legs are kind of like the governor rose kind of, like the very pointy.
Governor has 2 legs. 2 legs can fall. 4 legs harder to fall.
Yeah. So right now we are in 3.0, is it?
3.0, yes. So then you get all these weird Sanat side and Liberty Alliance side. By the way, they're also but Karma is the AI for Liberty Alliance.
Liberty Alliance.
Sanat is the MSG one, which all dumb, not dumb, mindless drones, and they ride. But there's also the one in the middle called the heterodox, which are mercenaries. They need to survive. Little did I know, after I bought it, this is a heterodox. This is not a LA. This is not a LA.
Like the Bandit View. Bandit View.
Yeah, Zoanthropus Slough.
You mean the Dragon Ball further?
Yeah, the Zoanthropus Slough.
That guy is just in between, and he just I come in, I whack you, and I run away. Feeling right, bike, run away, right? Motorbike come in and then just whack you and then run away. So there are different kind of factions going around, and I appreciate there's law there. It's just that kotobukiya, I mean, since last time until now, they don't really make much stuff. Maybe Frame Arms Girls, they got some anime there because there's more people buying it. But Hexa Gear, there's not enough people buying it. First thing, the price, and that's why they don't invest so much into the anime. But if you spend time reading the law, it's okay. You just don't get stories, you get facts.
At least like the settings, the characters and stuff like that.
If it's the anime, most probably the governor during this recite will be Governor Rose. Some
probably.
story, but we don't have.
Yeah.
So that's the short thing about the 3 generations.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I never knew it.
Yeah. Everything, whatever I learned from Mr. Google, and by the way. So thank you, Google-san.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jia Wern. That's why I feel like this episode is so cool because we get to have somebody like you who are quite experienced in kotobukiya and in Hexa Gear to just kind of share with us. For me, we talk about this before, but for the rest of the world, whoever you guys are watching, I hope you guys can get something out of it, right? So next segment, I have to ask you guys a couple of questions, right? I know that maybe for Jack, because you have built 5 so far, right? 5 kits. Which is your favorite? Which is like very fun for you? You think?
Actually, my favorite
Agni-Rage, the expander.
Expander?
I think it's Agni-Rage, because the color accuracy is very high. Like some kits you straight build it's like how come there's Agni-Rage and then there's this like the color separation is like one is so good but one is so poor. Like the one the bird that attached to the governor's back one.
That one's totally just gray, right?
Sneak what?
Sneak sight, sneak sight. That one is like no color saturation.
Yeah.
So I guess Agni-Rage is it's my favorite because even if I didn't paint it, it's freaking fantastic already.
Yeah.
And then it's surprisingly take quite a long time for me to build. Even though
it's so big. It's so big.
I thought like I'm so experienced already as a builder, but surprisingly quite complex. And then one thing that everyone must know, right? If you buy it, right, the neck can turn left and right, cannot up and down. Up and down, right, you break, right? I broke it once already.
Oh no!
The neck looks like a curve like that, right? But cannot up and down, only left and right. I broke it there only. I learned like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So anyone wants
they didn't improve it also in Windfall. I think it's slightly only.
It's like
now today they reviewed
the
lot of Zoetex, the one with the long head one. The head is totally wow. I think like Jack, you can buy that one.
The
new one.
I'll buy.
That's nice.
What do you guys think? Should we talk about the new stuff, the upcoming stuff, or that's the next segment?
I think maybe after we hear from Jia Wern and then we can move on to the thing. So you like the Agni-Rage, not bad.
Yeah, I guess to date the one that I built Agni-Rage is the best for me.
Yeah. Do you like to sit and build in one session, or do you usually prefer to like kind of break it down a little bit? And
normally I paint one day. Like the prep is within one day, and then the building is within 2 days. Next 2 days. Normally I try to finish it in 3 days. Because the painting, right? Actually, there's a lot of planning when like which step, where to mask, and then where to paint. So you need to think about the flow. So that itself actually takes time and mental energy. And even after I'm done with that, right, I don't feel like building. So I put it in the next day.
Wow.